Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Autism Hood Talk, the podcast. Today, my co host is actually at school today, so it's just me. And I'm going to talk to you today about autism and anxiety, my son's anxiety. Um, First of all, let me say, my son is not a very big kid. He's pretty small. He's 11 years old, but he's small to be 11. He's probably about 4 feet and probably weighs about 65, maybe 65, maybe 70 pounds, somewhere around in there. He's not very big though, so he's a little kid. And he's not, he's not aggressive at all. Actually, he's not aggressive. My son is a very timid kid. He's a very timid kid, very gentle, very timid, very gentle. Now, he does get aggressive when he's anxious. And when I say aggressive, like, what I mean is he'll lash out. Like if he's stressing about something and he can't express what's going on or whatever, he might lash out, try to scratch the person he's working with or bite or something like that. If he's just like really, really anxious and he's like anticipating or waiting on something, he'll lash out, he'll scratch, he'll bite, kick or whatever. And it's not him trying to attack anybody. It's not him trying to hurt nobody. It's just him lashing out because he's anxious, because he's nervous, because he's excited, because he's whatever, and he doesn't understand what's going on, and he's not able to process what's going on when it's happening. So a lot of times he'll just lash out. He's not doing it on purpose. He's not trying to hurt nobody on purpose. My son actually doesn't want to hurt anybody. He doesn't like to hurt anybody. He's a very, very gentle kid. He's a very loving, kind kid. He just has a lot of anxiety. And at the present time, he doesn't fully understand what anxiety is. He's starting to understand that he gets nervous, and he's starting to understand he gets excited and that type of stuff. But as far as anxiety and what it is, he has no clue. He has no clue, and trying to even explain to him at this point is just no point. There is no point trying to explain because he doesn't understand. So the only thing that I can do is try to help him calm down when he does get overstimulated or overly anxious, or when he's anticipating on going somewhere or doing something. Just try to take his mind off what's going on or try to distract him or whatever. The whole point is just try to keep him calm, try to keep him relaxed so he's not freaking out, and so he doesn't go into a meltdown and then the self-harm and the crying and the screaming, and so the whole point every day basically with him is trying to stop that from happening. And so it's just all day long sometimes, especially on the weekends. It's like all day long, just trying to keep him calm, man, so he doesn't freak himself out. And that's where, like, in school, they like to say a lot in school that he's aggressive. And he's not. He's not aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, being aggressive would, be like purposely trying to hurt somebody or purposely attacking someone. You see what I'm saying? Like, my son doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. He, like I said, it's more him lashing out. It's more him lashing out because he doesn't understand, or something's bugging him, but he can't express what it is, so he's lashing out, trying to get your attention, trying to let you know, like, hey, I'm not fucking with this. Basically, that's his way of trying to get that across, and that's the lashing out. So it's not like he's purposely, hurting people or nothing, no shit like that. It's just more him lashing out. And my son is 11, but mentally, he's not 11. Mentally, he's more like, I would put him around 6 years old, 7 years old, somewhere around in there. So he's operating on that level of understanding. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's operating on a level of understanding from like a kindergarten's perspective. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's not on 11-year-old's level. He's going to be 12 next month. He's not on a preteen level at all. He's still on like almost a toddler type thing. So a lot of his understanding is coming from that perspective. So you can't expect him to really understand much of what's going on with the anxiety and being nervous and lashing out. You can't expect him to understand that shit, So it's just basically, like I said, him lashing out, man, because he don't understand stuff. And it's nothing against him, I just have to constantly teach him to use his words. If he can't find the right word, to just, try to point to whatever it is he needs, or, something, like something, or if you can't find the right word, use the wrong word, or use a word that's near to whatever it is you're trying to tell me. Like, these are the kind of things that I try to help him with, but he has to figure this type of stuff out for himself, though. That's the thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, I try to help him find ways to express himself. I try to help him find the right kind of tools he might need to help him or whatever. But as far as him understanding what's going to work for him, he has to figure that out. That's just something he has to figure out. All I can do is just help, try to guide him or whatever. But as far as like the anxiety and how you can try to control it or maintain it or whatever, all I can do is just keep trying different things with him till something fits, or to something he feels comfortable with comes along that will actually help him. I mean, right now he takes medication, but the medication really don't do too much. It just kind of slows him down, helps him focus while he's in school, and that's pretty much that. But as far as like the anxiety and all that, it ain't really doing too much. So he just has to find ways, man. Like, I've been trying different types of things. Like, yoga doesn't work because he's not gonna sit down to even try to do yoga. So just, different kind of things like meditation, that's just impossible for him. He ain't gonna do nothing like that. So the only thing that I really found that actually does work is music, like just instrumental music, like smooth jazz or classical, like Beethoven or something like that. Just classical music, or just any kind of, even like hip hop rap music, just like the instrumental though. He just likes the instrumental music. So like any kind of slow paced instrumental melodical type of music, it kind of puts him in a trance and he calms down, but and he relaxes. But other than that, man, there's really nothing that I found. It's like all the traditional things you would think of as far as like anxiety and how to deal with it, like none of that shit works with him. The only thing is music. And it's like the more melodic the music is, the more in trance he is and the more calm he is. So we listen to a lot of music, a lot of melodical, like trance music, we listen to a lot of that. But other than that, he's cool and all, he's just very busy, very hyper, and a lot of it has to do with the anxiety. And that's just pretty much it with that. So I'm still figuring out ways to deal with it and haven't really figured out too much. But anything I come up with, I'm sure to let you guys know on Twitter or whatever. So anyway, it's a pretty nice day around here. Sun's shining. It's cold, but the sun's shining. I think I'm going to go out and take a little walk for a minute before my son gets back. And I'm going to talk to you guys later. And thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.